Thinking of selling your apartment in Dubai? Is that the case? Stop! There's one document that could make or break your deal as an investor, and that's the RERA Form A. It gives control to your agent, but if you don't understand it, it can make you lose money or lose the control over your sale. Let me break it down for you. When you buy a property in Dubai, here are the different parties involved. So on one side there is yourself, the buyer. You will purchase the property from the seller. The property is likely to be marketed by an agent, which we can call the seller agent. And on your side, you may be working with a different agent that will help you to find the property that you want. The relationship between the buyers, the sellers, and the agents is made official through 3 key contracts. So we have the Form A on one side between the seller and his agent, the Form B between your agent and yourself, and at the end, when you find the property and you made an offer that has been accepted, there will be a final contract between the buyer and the seller, which we call the Form F, or the MOU. So it's important to know the process. So let's maybe start with what is the Form A. The Form A is a mandatory contract signed between the seller and the agent. It is issued by the Dubai Real Estate Regulatory Agency, RERA. It's what gives the agent the permission to list your property online on portals like Property Finder or Bayou. Without the Form A, there's no legal listing. Why should you care as an investor? When you want to sell a property, you will first choose one or more real estate agents to work with you, and you will sign a Form A with each of them. Usually there is a maximum of 3 Form A that you can sign for one single property. This Form A will give to the real estate agent that you're working with the permission to market your property online and to show it to buyers and to start the negotiation. Let me show you an example of the Form A I have signed recently with one agent. Alright, so I decided recently to sell one of my properties, and I've selected one real estate agent to work with. He then generated the contract A, or the Form A. I received an SMS and an email with a link to click on, review the contract, and at the end there is a button to accept or reject the contract. So there's no need to print, scan the document and sign it with a pen and paper. It's simply just one click on your phone or on your computer to accept. Once you have signed the document, you receive a copy on your Dubai REST application. And here's a copy of my contract A. So you have first the contact information, the contract information with a contract number, the title deed number, and some very important information that you have here. So one is the start date and the end date. So there is an expiry date to this contract. That means if you decide to work with somebody else, you have to wait for the end of the contract, or you will see later that there is also a possibility to cancel the contract. Here it's also asking if the seller will be covering the marketing fees. So usually, in my case, in my experience, I never had to cover marketing fees. The sellers, the Dubai real estate agent is the one covering the fees to post the listing online and all of this. And here there is also a very important question. It says, is exclusive. So it can be yes or no. In the case that the contract is exclusive, it means that you are not able to work with another real estate agent to sell this property, at least for the time of during the validity of that contract. In my case, I chose to be exclusive with one real estate agent because I trust him and he did a good job for me in the past. But you can decide to work with multiple agents. Usually you will be able to sign up to 3 Form A for one single property. Commission. In this case here, I'm not paying any commission. So in Dubai, it's more common for buyers to pay the commission to the real estate agents. In some cases, the agency can request you to pay commissions as well, but in my case, I never had to pay as a seller. So that's why it says 0 over here. So here then there's my name, the detail of my property. My property is currently mortgaged. I still have a large portion of the property that is mortgaged, and then there is the detail of the property itself. So you will have the property number, the building number, the building name, the number of bedrooms, the floors, and all of this. So there's all the details related to that property. Then you have the price that you want to sell it for. So obviously all of this doesn't mean that it's the final price. That's the price that you want to market it for. And you have the outstanding service charges. So if you still owe any service charges to the building management, it will be shown on your contract A as well. And after that, you have the broker details. So all their company name of the broker, their email address, mobile phone, and basically their contact details. You have then the term and conditions. So here we can see that it says that this agreement is the authorization, so that's the official authorization from the owner of the property to the real estate brokerage office to carry out the marketing. So once you have signed this document, the agency will be able to market the property online. So that's where the property will be listed on websites like Property Finder or Bayeux. You will see that you will also be able, as the owner, to cancel this agreement at any time. So there is a process to follow. On the Dubai REST application, it's very, very straightforward. So you will find the contract. There's a red button that says cancel, and you can cancel the contract. And in case you have signed an exclusive contract, you are not entitled to any contract with another broker during the validity agreement period. And then that's it. You just accept the contract. It will be marked as digitally approved over here, and the broker does the same, and the contract is valid. So usually this takes just a couple of minutes. In your case, you just need to make sure that as an investor, you know that if you want to work with one real estate agent or multiple, so if you need to know if you want to be exclusive or not. You need to make sure as well that it says that you're not covering the marketing fees. Usually this is negotiable. In my case, I never had to pay any marketing fees. And that's pretty much it for the Form A details. The Form A is the first piece of the legal puzzle when it comes to buying or selling an apartment in Dubai, but it's the first step in protecting yourself. Here are a few tips before signing the Form A. Firstly, make sure that you choose the right real estate agent. Make sure that you choose an agent that knows that is specialized in the area where your property is located, and that is specialized as well in the type of property that you're selling. You don't want to work with an agent that is specialized in selling townhouses and villas if your property is an apartment. The next thing is you need to make sure that you know if you are going to work exclusively with one real estate agent or if you are going to work with multiple agents. If you don't know personally one agent and he has not explained to you exactly what is his marketing plan, you don't know if he has a good network of investors in the area where your property is located in, it may not be a good idea to be exclusive. And lastly, make sure that you understand all the terms, if you are going to pay commissions or not to the agent. Usually, as a seller in Dubai, in my case, I never had to pay commissions. The commissions are always paid by the buyer. And make sure as well that you know in advance if you are going to pay the marketing fees or not. Once again, in my personal experience, I never had to pay marketing fees when advertising one of my properties. being for selling a property or for renting it as well. In the next video, we are going to talk about the Form B, the contract between the buyer and the real estate agent. So hit the like button, subscribe, and I see you in the next one.